Right, this is a short video for the Hayes family. I've got it on the back camera, so I don't know whether I'm actually in the frame or not. But this is just to show you what the Red Admiral's up to at the moment. I've been out a few times this year, and just thought I'd show you around the boat and show you the changes that I've made and how I'm using her now. Right, so I'm sat at anchor on the River Medway. Let me just turn you around. So I'm sat at anchor at the River Medway. Weather's not very nice, as you can see. Look at those clouds. Keeps raining, so I thought I'd dart out between showers because it is April, and just thought I would show you around the front. Right, as you can see, we're laid at anchor. Now I put back on the roller furling that I had, the Plastimo type, not the other one that runs up and down like came with the boat. I've used my Plastimo one, and the jib is my old one because it's slightly larger than the original that came with it. I've still got the original, it's at home all wrapped up, all clean and tidy, but I've been using this one because it's a little bit bigger. Let's just show you up there. It's a little bit bigger and it just gives me that little bit more power. I need to alter this. I put it on the wrong one. That needs to go down the next hole onto the next one down really, but I haven't been bothered to do that. This is my super noodle pot. This is only to stop rainwater and any water from going down the chain pipe. Keeps it nice and dry inside. Still got the original anchor and chain that came with it. That's what I'm using. Up the mast, everything's as it was. The only thing I've added, let me come back down and onto here. If I can get it to come into focus, is the wind vane on top plus my lights up on top of the mast. I've added those. They're connected with, I've got these plugs there, so when I take the mast down I can just easily undo those. Right, these handrails, I haven't done anything with them. The varnish has worn off. I'm trying to decide what to do with them. I'm thinking about removing them and just storing them. I've never used them. I never go round the sidewalk. I never use these sidewalks. I always go over the top. So I might remove them, varnish them and leave them off. Just plug the holes, the original holes. But we'll see on that one. I have a solar panel underneath there. I also have another two, if I can show you without dropping my phone in the drink, on each side between the windows. I've got another two there. As for the back, boom, I'm still using the original sail because that's the best fit. The other one that I had, it's all right as a spare, but this one definitely far superior. So I've left that one on, I'm still using it. On the back, I've got the wind generator that is charging my batteries. Lovely. I can run my diesel heater all night, and it basically, it doesn't put much in, but it does replace most of what the diesel heater's running. In the sides, I've just got my buckets and fuel cans. There's the boom cover that I use when I'm not using it. I've got my fenders in there, spare ropes that I use. That's all kept under there, plus my rope ladder, because I do like to swim off the boat. A little bit cold at the moment. I'm not using the wooden ones that came with it. I am using the locker tops that I had on the other boat, because they were fiberglass and easily done. Still got the same rudder, same tiller. The only thing I've added is the autopilot there. I have got the tiller pilot. And that's again same thing, just use pot noodle cup to stop water from going down the diesel tank for the heater. Right, I've added onto here a clipper duet, which, if I turn it on for you, so I've got 2.5 metres underneath me now. It is low tide right now. It is low tide. These are the sheets, obviously, that I use for the sails. I've got my hand bearing compass, which is exactly the same type that your dad used to have. I managed to locate one, and they still make them, so I bought a new one. I've also added, this is my ship's compass here, the bulkhead compass. This is a light, if you're wondering what that yellow strip is. It's a little deck light that lights up the back deck here at night time. Still using the original, all the original winches. I forget the name of them now. Oh dear. Right, let's go inside. The doors. Right, still using the original doors. Wondering what I'm going to do with them. It's got to the point now where I'm going to, because this one leaked, so I sealed that one yesterday. But I'm going to be varnishing these down, sanding them down, and revarnishing them. I didn't really want any wood, but they're so well made, such a good fit, that I think I'm just going to have to sand and varnish. They look so good before. You can see where the bar goes across the top, how good it is beneath. So if I can get that effect again, well, I will do. So that's what's going to be happening with those. The one thing that isn't working at the moment, right, is these doors. Right, let's go inside. Now, the electronic gear I've added. Now, we have, without that being in the way, I have my GPS. I've got my electrical panel. I can turn that off now. So this is where I charge everything up. Little radio, cups, and all my bits and pieces I keep on here. Same old sink, still got that. I had to replace this because the plastic broke on the fitting here. That was one of the things that didn't work right, was this tap and the foot pump, but we'll come to that in a minute. Gas stove with tea, coffee, sugar, milk, everything I need, all there. Underneath, I don't really keep anything under there. There's my wash bowl that I use for washing in. I put that old t-shirt down on the floor, and I stand on that while I'm having a wash. First aid kit. These are my drones and camera gear. Under this side I have my horseshoe life belt. That needs to fit onto the stanchion out there, which I can't get it to quite fit right, so that's still in progress. These are my holdalls for the weekend. These are what I bring down with me. Right, bulkhead. I've still got the original. I still kept all this. It doesn't stick that well. Well, it does. You go like that, and 10 minutes later it sags a bit. Hence why I've had to add these wooden beams. I couldn't find anything to hold it up. I've added this one here as a telltale. That sits right underneath the mast step. So if any water does leak through the mast step and into that main mast beam, I'll tell from here. I use it as a telltale. That's drilled through into the mast beam. If there's any water comes through, I will know. I do not want that beam to rot out because water has got in it. As soon as water gets in it, I want to know, because that can be a terrible problem with these sea witches. Right, up on here, the solar panels. This is the monitor for the solar panel, and I've also got my ship's clock here, plus a light that does that one there. My towel, tea towel, the original curtains that your mum made, they're still up. and they're staying. The only thing I've added is that piece of yellow string that goes along the bottom to stop them wafting around when I'm sailing about. They do tend to wave around, so I've just used those to tame them. Right, this side I've got my tide clock, and I've also have barometer. I don't know what it's doing, see it has dropped a bit this morning. It has gone down a little bit already. Oh dear, never mind. Here's my bunk, sleeping bag. I keep spare clothes in this one, emergency clothes that I keep, and spare tea towels. Wet weather gear this side. There's the controller for the solar panel, and I've also got carbon monoxide detector in case the diesel heater decides to play up in the night and I'm asleep. At least I'm going to know that something's going on. It does work. And I keep my 2 life jackets hanging up there. I'll only ever have 2 people on here at any one time, so I've only got 2 life jackets. I do have 2 more, but they're on my other boat. And this one is my crate of snacks and foods. I've got soups, pot noodles, breakfast cereals, biscuits, everything I need. The sea toilet is still under there. I've still got the sea toilet. That's just a water bottle that I've got hanging around in here along with my shoes. I've added a little vent in here. I've got the battery in that locker that's under there. That's where the battery is. So yeah, other than that, it's all the same. The foot pump that was here, I had to buy a new one. When I started using it, first time I used it, it just fell apart. The plastic disintegrated. Because I'd filled the water bag at the front with water. That split right open. The plastic on that had gone. When I started to pump the foot pump, that also broke. The rubber inside and the plastic just gone. So I did buy another one, but this time I've added it here. Because it was a different shape, it wouldn't fit underneath that door. I couldn't get it to go under that door. So I've put it on this side here. Still works. So that's good. Inside, I've just got a little box of spares, the spare meths for the cooker, and pot noodles. These little rubber things here, which, well, the old foam, they come in handy because in the winter when it's cold, I put them in here and it blocks any draft that comes through those bits because it does get drafty. Right, that's about all I can show you really. Not a great deal has changed. The diesel heater I've got under there, I've got one pipe that blows out here. I've also got a diverter to the other pipe that comes up to here, and that blows out, hot out, right across my bed. So even in the winter, it's not cold at all. I've got my coat, sunglasses, head torch. They're just hanging up there. So yeah, that's about all I can show you for now really. I hope you like my little guided tour. If there's any ideas that you would like to see on here, I'll be interested to hear them. If there's anything else you want to add, then I can. I've still got the original stickers in the windows. Poole Harbour, I don't know if you can see that because I can't see the screen. 1981. Most of the originals is still on here. I've just got this woodwork to sort out because it started to weather, but that's what I'll be doing this summer. Once it's completely dry, I'll be sanding them down and revarnish, but I need a decent varnish to do it with. I don't know if there's some kind of 2-pack varnish, I don't know, but I'm not just going to use normal exterior varnish or yacht varnish. I want something decent on it. Okay, right, that's all for now. Thank you very much. See you next time. Bye.